Hello guys, it's me Gleff back again, and we have some great news from Deca. And they've released a RotMG blog post that I will go through, and it has some really nice, and I'm so excited about it because it's so much, and I'll go through everything in this video. Don't forget to join my 4,000 gold giveaway down in the description as always, and thank you to my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. And let's jump into the video. So a while back ago they teased that they would change the crystal entity battle, and now we have some information on that. They say, we have reworked the crystal entity. The new crystal entity's battle flow will go like this. So that is the new stage of the battle, and I'm not really sure how it was written before, but I think it has been changed a little bit. We have some more information that the HP will go from 90,000 to 120,000. Becomes armor during the final rage at 50% HP. With each rage, pulse entity travels faster and boss has more attacks. Sounds interesting. I think they are making it a little bit harder, because I think the final boss of the Fung or Crystal Cavern should be a little bit more dangerous. The Crystallized Lizard has a new shotgun type attack. Crystal walls no longer confuse and slow. Randomized starting position. Okay, so every boss has now a randomized starting position, I think, and that's kind of interesting. Scorpion seems to be changed a bit, but the fish is just immune to stuns now, and I don't think they've changed the fish. Small little notion here. Collision detection improvements. Enemies no longer ignore any changes made to the map. So an example of this would be when the set piece for the Lost Sentry is created. Previously, any enemies would ignore the walls and go straight through them. That's true, and it was kind of weird. If you had a Lost Sentry in Goblins, you would see just the gobs coming through the walls. Now they are blocked by it instead, as they should. So that's a great fix. And Hermit God can now still move through the deep waters. That's interesting, so I think we will have a moving Hermit God now, not just a stationary one. As well as any arbitrary enemy. However, players cannot. Chief Besa can still walk over the space tiles he creates, but not escape the boss room. So that is a great fix that was really anticipated and just annoying, because crashers and the people that just wanted to crash the runs and destroy the runs just dragged the Besa boss outside the room, and then the bridge would disappear and the Besa boss would be stuck outside. Oryx 3 cannot escape the boss room at the start despite the gate being open, so that's also something nice. The huge part about this testing session that will be this weekend, so I think you can enter this later tonight. I cannot go onto the testing server yet, I tried, but I can't. Is the item rebalance. So these are some long awaited item rebalances for a lot of items. Like, it's so many items here. I'm just going to go through each and one very fast and just saying if it's nice or not and whatever. But yeah, let's start. So the most anticipated changes to this is probably the Ray Katana. The damage has been increased to 140, rate of fire has been increased by 10%, and range is a little bit longer, so that's nice. Kageboshi is also a welcomed balance or buff, and it now costs 100 MP held effect, so the speeder has been removed. Shoot 4 projectiles instead of 1. Projectiles now boomerang, so that's interesting. Damage has been increased by 200. And lifetime, not sure what this was before, but now it's 800. Range is a little bit less, now at 6. So that's a very interesting one, and I'm looking forward to seeing that in game. Trap of the Wild Spirit and the Blood Spirit Resprint has now 800 damage instead of 650, and it pierces armor. And it takes 0.25 seconds less time to be thrown. It also gives 1 more attack and 1 more speed at equip and no MP. Robe of the Mad Scientist have been changed, so that's gonna be a weird change. No MP, no attack, 12 defense instead of 13, 7 wisdom instead of 0, and 7 vitality instead of 2. So that's interesting, and I guess that makes Robe of the Mad Scientist maybe it's useful sometimes if you want a lot of wisdom bit. And on ability use, it gives 25 MP, so that's kind of interesting. I like that change. The Soul Guidance has been buffed, I think. Plague Poison has now 2 more attack and 2 whiz on use, so that's interesting. Throw time has been decreased by 0.3 seconds, so that's a little nice buff to Plague Poison. Resurrected Warrior's Armor, trigger on taking damage, 0 was before and now it's 40. No stacking of Wisdom debuff, so that's nice. On equip, 20 Wisdom instead of 15. Guess that's a nice change. Staff of Espen has been changed, and this is really interesting because Staff of Espen before was really useless, and hopefully this has changed it. I'm gonna make a video if I can on the testing server like tomorrow if I can get on and show the new items. Orb of Aether mana costs have been increased. Fire Battle Armor on ability use deals a burst of 500 damage to enemies within 5 squares and poison them for 500 damage over 5 seconds. Cooldown 15 seconds, 6 attack instead of 4. That's a nice change. I think the Fireball Dragon Armor was just worthless when we had like the Oryx 3 armor and Mercy. High Dragon Armor, 5 Vitality and no Wisdom. On ability use, increased defense by 15 for 5 seconds, cooldown 15 seconds. That's interesting. I think that's a very interesting proc. Water Silk Robe, 13 defense instead of 12, 0 Wisdom now and 5 Vitality. Added on ability use, heals 100 HP and applies healing for 3 seconds when under 75% HP. Cooldown 15 seconds. That's a really interesting change and that could be really viable. I like that they didn't decrease the speed and the proc is kind of nice on ability use. Ring of the Sphinx has, instead of 4 Wisdom, 4 attack. Prot gives 4 defense instead of 4 vitality, so it gives HP and def. That's nice. First Requiem has been changed. Hive Master Helmet cooldown has been removed. Bees are now summons, meaning using the ability again replaces the 3 existing bees. Curse chance, instead of 50, it's now 100. That's a very nice change, and I like that you can spam it now. So before it was a problem that you couldn't spam it, so it was kind of useless if you wanted to spam Jug or Great General or whatever. Ritual Robe has now 20 Wisdom instead of 15. That's nice. I really like that change. So it makes Ritual Robe even more Wisdom minded robe. They've buffed the Bloodshed Ring. Quiver of the Shadows has been buffed for 6 defense now. Arcraft has been decreased a little bit, so it's now 5 instead of 8. XP bonus has been increased to 8. That's really nice. And pierces through obstacles. That's nice. Armor for Neil has been a really bad armor recently because the Leviathan armor is almost as good and it doesn't give minus speed. It now has 26 defense and minus 3 speed. Superior projectile size reduced by 25%. Gambler's Fate have been changed. Turncoat Cape invisibility increased to 3 seconds. Lumiere projectile size reduced by 25%. Divine Coronation has been increased or buffed. Has now 20 more HP and 15 more MP. I like that change. Enforcer has been nerfed a little bit, I think. I'm not really sure how it will turn out in game, but I will show that tomorrow, I think. Ballistic Star shoots now pass through obstacles. Has been changed a little bit. Centaur's shielding proc-duration from 3 to 4.5 seconds. Battalion Banner, duration of the damaging buff from the banner 1 second to 0.6, I think. Cooldown of the buff application 1 to 0.2. Oryx Execution throw time has been decreased a little bit. Storm duration has been increased. Taking damage has been increased. Radius have been increased by 0.5. And the cast range has been changed. I like that change, I think. 1000 Shot Bow has been buffed. Sealed Crystal Skull have been buffed. Bottle Medosian has been buffed. Now it has the removed cooldown, so that's interesting. So now you can throw that poison. Cloak of the Mad God cooldown has been decreased. Okay, I can't. There's so many changes. Like only this section is 6 minutes long, man. Whew. And then it's just some more lesser used items that has been changed. But I really like this change. It's so many items, and I know with the release of Oryx 3, items get power creeped and get useless, so with every major release with good new items, they have to buff the old ones to get in power or like have some uses at least, so you don't only have to, like, to be good to have a full O3 set. But I like that change, and I'm so interested in looking how the stuff of Espen shoots, the Enforcer, the Reikatana, the Kageboshi, and all those items. And yeah, if you want to see that video, like the video. And what do you think about these changes? Write that in the comment down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.